Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. I'm Paul J from Crypto Traders Arena for new people. Okay, it's Friday again. We have news that should keep us out of the market for most of the day. But let's start as usual. Let's start with an overview. Then we'll go on lower time frame to see some levels. And we'll discuss if it's good or bad to open positions today. Okay, thank you Timmy, thank you Andrei. Good morning everyone. Okay, so CME chart, daily time frame. You remember yesterday I said something. There are two scenarios here. Either this is a clear fake out and will dump back down, all the way down in the middle of the range or even lower, or we can hold at 69 or close to that level and form an uptrend. What do we have so far? We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, and we have a higher high. Now, if this is an uptrend, we should bounce from this area. I don't know if 71 is the level. I don't think so. Maybe lower. But we should see some W's here close to 69 level and then pumping again. That's the uptrend scenario. The range scenario assumes that this was a fake out. We just closed the gap and now we'll go back in the middle of the range. Middle of the range is somewhere in 68, 65 kind of area here. 67, let's call it. So that is the range scenario. We did a fake out and we are dumping back down in the middle of the range. Of course, 69 will offer a bit of support, but the market will not bounce strongly from that level, will accept back below, and we are in a range environment again. Pretty simple. Which scenario is more probable? I don't know. I'm thinking range scenario because we have a range most of the time. But I don't have an advantage. I don't have a way to tell you, well, this is an uptrend and will go to the moon, or this is a range and will do a fake out. Looks like a fake out for the moment because we accept it back down. To know if it's a uptrend, to have better view, is to see if we'll do W's and will bounce from this level or close to this level. Simple as that. Indicators. If you look at the OBV is not happy. OBV is just staying at the bottom. So I don't see volume coming in here. Usually when you have a uptrend and you have a reversal, you have the W, the breakout is done with volume. I see the candle, but I don't see the volume behind it. I just don't see the OBV reacting nice. Okay, that's Bitcoin on daily. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Range, fake out from the range, back down in the range. Did we confirm this W here? Well, technically this big one is confirmed because we closed slightly above. So to confirm a W, to confirm an uptrend, you need to close above the previous week high. This is the neckline, this is the W, this is the neckline, this is the week high, and we close slightly above. So yeah, that W is confirmed on daily. It was a fake out or it's a real breakout? Looks like a fake out for the moment. We'll know more if we'll touch the middle of the range. If we'll go back to the middle of the range, we'll know for sure, well, that was a fake out. But when we'll know for sure will not help us with anything, no? If I'll wait to see, to confirm here in the middle of the range, and I missed the opportunity to short, well, I didn't do anything. I was right maybe, but I didn't make money. That's why yesterday, Stefan and me said, let's short this deviation. If it's an uptrend, it's a confirmation, okay, we'll make the trades risk free and we'll hit the stop loss without doing any damage. But if it's a fake out and we'll go back in the range, we'll make some money. And we did, we made some money yesterday. Simple as that. Now, what we can do here? Not too many things. Considering that we have news pretty soon. Let's see when. In the New York session opening. Pretty close. Pretty close. So we have London session to play around a little bit, and probably the London traders will, the Europe traders will stay the fuck out, knowing that we have news in New York. So it's better to stay the fuck out. We have multiple reasons to stay out from this market. Why? First of all, it's Friday. We don't want to be too aggressive and open too many positions Friday. If you are a scalper and you are in and out, okay, that's acceptable. But if you are a day trader, you don't want to be in the weekend with too many positions. We have news in the New York session. That is another big reason to stay the fuck out. Wait until after the news. We have a war happening. And you know that a specific actor in this play loves to do stuff Friday. You know what I'm talking about? We have a player that it's used to do things Friday afternoon, if he wants to manipulate the market, or Saturday or Sunday in the, actually Saturday morning. After the New York session is closing, you'll see some bad news or good news again. Usually. My idea is too many reasons to stay the fuck out. If you are short, like me and most of the VIP and most of the crypto traders arena people, you don't have any reason to open anything else. My humble opinion. Yeah? We have the shorts in play. They are risk free. Some people even took some profit off. Let's wait. Okay. What we can play here on daily? Well, not too many things. If you took the fake out, okay. Take some profit in the middle of the range. To be honest, this looks like a classic range. Technically, yeah, we have this breakout, but it's weak. I just don't see it for the moment. Next chart, dominance. Dominance is ranging from 58.5 to 60%. And maybe we'll go above 60% and we'll do 1% above, and people will call, well, it's going up to the moon. No, it's fighting 60%, like a stupid trader told you long time ago. It's not doing anything else. It's fighting that 60% for the moment. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Range and range again. Look at it. Will this scenario play out? I don't know. Will dump straight down? I don't know. It's a range and we are close to the middle of the range. Nothing I should do or I should think about this chart. Just let it give us more information in time. Total market cap, pretty basic. We have some W's on daily. You can see here. Some W's. But if you look at OBV is telling you, well, you know what? I don't want to move. So OBV is lagging for the moment. RSI, it's confirming the price action. But I didn't saw bullish divergence. I didn't saw anything special here. To think, well, this is the W I want to buy and go to the moon. It's acceptable. Yeah? But maybe it's better to wait a little bit more. Total tree, similar. Trying to confirm the W's. We didn't confirm the W's here, but same pattern, same kind of story. We talked about CME. Let's talk about Ethereum. Similar. Yes, that's the best one. The best one to talk next. We'll have volatility most probably in the news. You can see we confirmed the yams, the big yams, and we bounced. Will be that easy confirming the yam and dumping straight down? Well, looks like is not the case. We'll have more fuckery and maybe after all the fuckery from the news, then we can go down. Or maybe next week we can go down. Idea is that now we have multiple confirmed YAMs with bearish divergence on indicators. I'm not saying that 100% will go down, people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not predicting, well, we'll go down for sure because we have divergence. Indeed, we have enough reasons to think that we can dump and we can at least go sideways. Why? First, location. Look at this uptrend channel. We are fighting this level. Then, second reason, we have divergence on daily and weekly charts. We have divergence on OBV, RSI, MACD, all indicators. And after we have good location to think top, bearish divergence, now we have some YAMs that confirm. 1, 2, 3 YAMs confirming that. So yeah, I have enough reasons to think short. Will absolutely happen? No. Just with all the divergence and all the reasons, let's just say we have slightly more than 50% chances to dump than to pop. Because that's the advantage. The advantage in the market we are playing is not big. It's small. Yeah? We don't know what will happen. We know that if we have divergence, if we have good location, if we have YAMs, well, probability for the market to go in one direction is bigger than to go in the other direction. That's technical analysis. Technical analysis is not something bulletproof. That, yeah, exactly. That will happen this time. No. Gold in the same location like yesterday. I prefer not to do anything here, not to, even if you want to trade, what trade do you want to take here? We completed the AB equals CD. I don't see a W for another AB equals CD, not yet. Even if I'll put 4-hour chart, you can see AB, CD, again, and now we are going sideways. We'll create a big and ugly range? I don't know. I told you about the potential and the YAM here in the top on gold. Now, maybe just leave it alone. We don't have to trade if we don't have a good setup. Silver, it's everywhere and ugly. No. Gold versus silver in the same position like yesterday. Oil, let's go back on daily. I know someone told you to don't believe the story. Well, you can see why it's not a good idea to believe their story. Well, oil will get cheap because Venezuela, because this, because that. And then look what happened. A lot of people, let's say, predicted this move and they longed here. Even some influencer managed to get along here, which is nice, but a bit strange. Anyway, DXY, it's in a range. Learn that DXY is usually in a range. 80-90% of time it's in a range. So don't try to play something else. Okay, that's my overview. Going back on Bitcoin on CME, I don't see anything fancy for today. I see news in front of us. I see a gap got filled already. A retest is possible. What will happen here? We'll probably decide next week what will happen. It's Friday anyway. Okay. We talked about the event, the news, the reports, call them whatever you want. Non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. Be extra careful. This news will be, the easiest way to say it is half an hour before we'll start the New York live stream. Yeah? Or 1 hour before the stock market opening. Okay, now we saw the news. Let's see the chart on lower time frame. Bitcoin 1 hour chart, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Then here we created a high, low, lower, high, lower, low. We have an M. I front run it with a scalp on 5-minute chart. I'm short here from this level. I explained you yesterday that even this 3-bar fractal was a good idea. If you remember, go and watch the yesterday live stream. I said this 3-bar fractal, it's a good idea. Could be a nice trade, something like this. And after the live stream, we got a retest of that level. You can see how well that level hold. And if you took that entry, you are a happy camper now. To open a position here, kind of dangerous. You don't have a double, you don't have a clear reaction from the, let's put this back. There you go. You don't have a reaction You don't have a double here at the Monday high. Looks like the market is respecting for the moment that level. It is strong enough. Yeah, but where you put your stop loss? What you do? Either you took the entry here, either you took the retest yesterday after the New York session, either you just have to wait now. You don't have a long setup. It's too late for a short setup. Monday high will probably behave like a support and resistance level. Look what happened when we accepted above. What we did. We accepted without proper retest, without fighting this area. Usually market comes back, well, let's test this level, and we'll test the level up and down, because we have event in a couple of hours, the news, probably will have a dark maul somewhere around here. Just my guess. Maybe it's a non-event and the market will not react at the news, but it's possible to see a dark maul up and down, and then the market will go flat into the weekend and you'll be unhappy with your positions. I prefer to stay flat in the weekend, to stay out from the market. First of all, weekend is not for trading. Weekend is for relaxing, for family, for something else. Yeah. And if I don't have positions, I could keep a clear head without having a bias. So I could go and study the charts without having a bias. But that's me. Okay, what we can do here? Can we attempt a long here at the Monday high, rejection as a support? Is dangerous, but it's possible. What we can do here is to, well, pump chaser zone will be a bit lower, accepting below this Monday high, so no. I'll be honest, I'm happy with my short. I don't want to open anything else. If the market will dump here in the long reload zone, not pump chaser zone, in the long reload zone, then I'll reassess. Could be a good area here, 66, 67. If I'll see a double in this area until New York session or after the event in the New York session, then I could think about a long. For the moment, like I said in general chat, I'm more than happy with the short. I don't want to open new positions. Everyone wants, or not everyone, some people want, give me a trade, give me a trade. Well, I posted and I discussed trades yesterday. Today I want to just wait and see what is happening, because being a retail trader is not about being in a trade all the time. Being a retail trader means you can choose the moment you are entering and the moment you are exiting, and you can stay flat or stay out from the market as long as you want. That's an advantage. Yeah? People don't understand what a big advantage is, to be able to stay out, enter and exit wherever you want. Ask a big player how hard it is for them to get in a big position, long or short. Well, to get a fill, they even have to manipulate the chart to go in that direction, to go and fill their order. And then to exit, they need, again, another liquidity event so they could exit without destroying the chart, because they are too big. So they cannot afford to stay flat and enter and exit whenever they want. And it's a lot more difficult. And they are still profitable. Us, as retailers, we can enter, exit whenever they want. Our positions are small enough to get filled without modifying the chart, and we are still losing money. That's stupid. Why we are doing that? Well, let me show you why. Because we are not treating market like a business, or trading like a business. That's why. We are like little kids. Well, let's take a long, let's take a short. I don't have a setup, but let's front run it a little bit. It's a small amount. Let's reach 2%. Well, it's not too much. 5%. Well, it's okay. My total portfolio is small, so 5% is not a lot of money. Well, stupid. Go and ask banks or big players how much they are protecting their capital. Okay, enough ranting. Ethereum. What do we have here? We accepted below the Monday high. You can see here. Now, Monday high, it's resistance. We are already below this M. The neckline of the M was the Monday high. We can go lower. Yeah, we can go to the middle of the range. We can go at the Monday low, deeper in the long reload zone. I'll be tempted to take Ethereum as a long if they will dump in the long reload zone. Actually, no, I prefer Bitcoin. So, yesterday Stefan posted Bitcoin and Ethereum short ideas here. For me, I took only Bitcoin, I didn't took Ethereum. But if you are in Ethereum, you can just make it risk-free and enjoy the show. Aster, shitcoin, back exactly in the same place. You can see how important is this level. Up, down, up, down. Can you make money in this environment? Not even if you are lucky, you cannot make money in this environment. Look at it. You can even take the range and still SFU your entry and your stop loss, and then will go back. So you'll be right to the direction because it's a range, but it's so ugly to play that nobody could make money here. Only insiders, only remember that, only insiders are making money in an environment like this. I don't know when some people will understand that. When you see an environment like this, is insiders playing around. Up, down, up, down. Where is the liquidity here? Let's take a little bit. Let's push it back. Let's put it back down. Let's push it back up. So when you see an environment like this, the best idea is say, fuck off, I'm not trading something like that. Give me better levels and maybe I'll risk my money. Hype. Well, it's strong. No, it's relatively strong for the moment because people think this is the next thing for the next bull market. That's why. That's the reason. Not because it's something else. But slowly, we'll come back to Papa. You remember, we bought this one at $10 and we are not tempted at $30 to go and invest. Like influencers are suggesting. Well, this one will go to the moon and you have to buy $30 because it's the next big thing. Until the next bull market, we need to find a bottom on Bitcoin, to find a bottom on Ethereum, and only after that we'll look for bottoms on shitcoins. So don't hurry up and buy $30 as an investor. As a trader, well, maybe 1 hour chart was good enough. You can see a W here, a retest here. Yeah, a day trader could make some money. Now we have a big M. Watch out. Don't go and fuck around. If I put 4 hour chart, it's ugly. Look at it. Yeah. It's a range. An ugly range. Solana. Range with an SFU, exactly like anything else. Now we have an M in that SFU level. You can see. You can take that M and think short until the long reload zone. Possible. I'm not a fan of shorting altcoins, but you can see the setup is there. You even have some bearish divergence trying to form there. Anyway, I'll take a short here on Solana. No. Yes, on lower time frame. Let's go back on 1 hour. We are still playing around in the Monday range. Look how nice is this chart. Look at it. High, low, short reload zone. Low, high, long reload zone. Fib pong. Bounce here, back down. Bounce here, back down. Fib pong. And people say that it's hard to trade. Well, it's not hard to trade if you know how to play the market. Now we are in the middle of the range, the Monday range, so the better is to stay the fuck out. We have an EM above us, but we are in the middle of the range. Not a good location to open a trade. We have news in a couple of hours, and the big impact will be on ES. Better to stay out. If, for example, something will happen and will SFU the lows, then you can play a long. If will SFU the highs, you can play a short. If will SFU this high, even better. So you can play the extremes if you know what you're doing. If not, stay out, because we are in the middle. We are in kind of equilibrium in the middle of the Monday range. And some people ask me, why is Monday range so important? Well, the easiest way is to ask AI, and will tell you, will give you a definition, will tell you more details. But simply put, Monday morning, the big money are not waiting for Wednesday to open to do their business. They have the plan, and Monday they are doing their business. I want to get long, I want to get short. And they will set some boundaries, they will set some limits. Monday. Here they said stop, here they said stop. And you know that level, it's important. Some people will defend this level, some people will defend this level. Inside it, it's kind of equilibrium. Outside it, the narrative is changing. And every time you see a breakout, usually you should think fake out from the range, because the big players are playing around here. Keep in mind that 70 to 80% of the time the market is in a range. You can draw your conclusion. It's possible to accept above the Monday range and take it as a support, yes, but you'll see that on the chart. And now you have a support level. You know, well, Monday range is now a support and is holding. Or if it's accepting below, well, Monday low, it's a resistance now. Monday high as a support, Monday low as a resistance, and we're going down. But I'm using the Monday range because I know most of the time market is respecting really well these levels. Anyway, lower time frame here you can see nothing fancy on gold and nothing fancy on silver. I don't want to even look at the charts, they are looking ugly. Going back on Bitcoin, normal price action. We emmed out in the SFU level. Okay, we made a big em. Now we are retesting that neckline. Also a bounce from the Monday high. Is the bounce strong enough? I don't know, I don't think so, but that's my humble opinion. I'm short, so I have a bias to think, well, this bounce will not hold. It's a big thing to admit you have a bias. And to understand, to see your bias. Well, I have a short position, so my thinking is I'm hoping for lower. No? Let's look at the chat a little bit. Well, I don't see anything, any requests. Man is discussing about hype. And Aster, well, Aster is holding pretty nicely for the moment. Yeah, for the moment. People, if the top was in October and looks like it, that means we'll have one bounce, maybe, a big bounce, and then will be big bearish bear market, let's call it that way. Maybe if we're lucky we'll get another bounce. Yeah? Kind of before the real bear market. But the bear market is long for altcoins. Don't hurry up and buy shitcoins now. Slow and steady. Look at what happened in the last cycle and how much time took for them to create a bottom. They didn't even stop dumping now. Not even, we cannot think about creating bottoms. Too early. Let's not do the same mistake like we did last time. Let's wait for those daily W's for some setups. And for investors, let's wait for those weekly W's to even think about risking our money. I'm not tempted to to buy anything on shitcoins because I have my bags full of shitcoins. Didn't perform well this cycle, so my bags are still full. I'll have the option to sell half on a double on everything and keep the rest. We'll see. Okay, people, let's call it a live stream. Remember, it's Friday. You don't want to be too aggressive. Remember the news. And first of all, remember this. Yeah? Treat trading like a business. Not like a playing ground for kids. That being said, see you next time, people. Bye-bye.